Welcome to Get Together, a community podcast for fans where we cover all things games, entertainment, and technology exclusively on the G.E.T. network. I'm your host, Showtime, and I'm here alongside with my good friend Buddha. What's good, Buddha?
Yo, what's good, man? It's a happy day. Xbox
sir.
land, PlayStation land, Nintendo land, Disney land, all the lands.
We in the land. And we can't thank you enough for setting aside some of your time to be with us today. Together, we'll be bringing you the latest about games, entertainment, and technology exclusively from around the world. On this week's episode, we'll be talking about the Xbox business update. We got some things happening with UMG and YouTube shorts. And we also got some movies dropping like Wicked. Yeah. So stay here with us today. So whether you're a gamer, a movie, TV buff, or a tech geek, Get Together is the podcast for you. So what's good, Buddha? What you been up to in your personal life?
Had a nice little trip, went out, visited a bunch of people, small little road trip for just, a random weekend just to get away and get some nature in us and everything like that before the snowstorm on the East Coast. Yeah, it happened right before the snowstorm, so thankfully I missed all of that, and I was cozied up at home during the storm. How about you? How's everything been with you?
Honestly, I've been catching up on all my movies and gaming and honestly cozied up because I wasn't trying to be in that snowstorm even though I got the SUV truck, but I think on the actually had to go into work on the day of the snowstorm.
No way.
Yeah, they made me come in. It's whatever though, I gotta get paid somehow, right?
Yeah.
So what games you been playing lately?
What have I been playing lately? I haven't actually this past week. I haven't really played much of anything, really, which is intriguing. I've just been trying to get things going, with life and work and everything like that. Just tapping into the Steam Deck most likely. That's probably next. I'm looking at Helldivers though. I'm looking at that. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I actually just tapped into Beyond Two Souls on the Steam Deck OLED. So I've been playing that. And I'm also trying to just, catch up on the rest of my backlog, to be honest.
Yeah.
God of War, I've been working on like crazy. Side missions and all. Like I wanna complete that game. It's beautiful for it not to
platinum?
be. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. So any movies, TV shows you've been catching up on while you were away on vacation?
I did see the Halo movie. Well, the Halo TV show. Excuse me. The only reason why I decided to watch it is because they said they had new creative leadership this time and new showrunners, and this is going to be different from the first season. So I want to give them a try.
Yeah,
and,
I think it is different from the first season. I can't hold you. It just dropped. Season 2 just dropped.
It is, and like the beginning is like more like that's what I want from a Halo show, and it just sucks that after like the first 10 minutes of the episode, he doesn't put the helmet or the suit back on for the rest of the episode, the rest of the 40 plus minutes, which to me is just I don't know. I can't get past that. I need Chief in his suit. Like that's all of this. Like use it how the games are. All the other people use them as your storytellers for Chief. Let Chief be Chief and do what he does best, and send him out there and do damage, and let us watch him do damage like they showed in the show. He can do it. Why can't we see that more often? And then have all the other Spartans be the ones to show their faces and show all the extra emotions that we don't get from Chief. But hey,
I think they want Chief to be very emotional. They want to see why Chief is doing what he does.
We already have stories for that, and they told those stories in various books and various games. Everybody still has a relationship with Chief if you played over those games, and you didn't have to see his real face to even understand any of that.
Yeah.
So it can be done. Mandalorian doesn't show his face, and we get emotion out of that. There's ways to do this, and I just feel as though, I don't know, for Chief, it's a little too much for me. I could do with a balance, like maybe do a half-half, but like if he puts a suit on for 5 minutes, and then I don't see it again. That's not Master Chief. That's Master Cheeks. So
He's still going from season one, huh?
yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah. Now, besides that, I definitely been watching Percy Jackson. I got 2 more episodes left until I'm done. I'm
Oh
almost there. 2 more episodes. So,
yeah,
I
I
just got
love
the I
Percy.
just got the Cali. So I'm close. I'm close.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you dabbled in any new tech lately, or seen any new tech that you're most interested in?
Mm, not necessarily. I'm solidified right now. I'm trying to stay
Mm,
away from getting, enticed and getting ready to swipe credit cards and stuff. My last big purchase was like the Steam Deck
yeah.
OLED,
Yeah. Same.
and
Same.
I'm gonna hold that and let's see what the summer comes. When the sunlight comes out,
Mm-hmm.
credit cards come out, so we have to
Oh
be
yeah,
careful.
most definitely. Got to be careful
Yeah,
during the summer.
right.
I was just telling somebody like, listen, we only got 4 months on the East Coast to be outside, and when
At
we
least,
outside, we outside.
yeah. Every second counts. Every second counts for sure.
Exactly, exactly. So we're gonna get into our first topic of the day, which is gaming. And Xbox just dropped their business update. Talk to us, Budak. We were talking during the pre-show before we started recording how we just felt 2 different types of ways right now, and then we were also talking about how the community felt. So talk to us right now.
Yeah, to me, like this is more of a like they said a business update. This is goes beyond just Xbox, for instance. This is more of a state of the industry kind of thing,
Yeah,
where if you actually listen to what he's saying, Phil Spencer, the president of Microsoft Gaming, well, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, actually,
yeah,
what he's saying is that due to you could see all the layoffs happening and you could see the decline in the way games are being bought if they're not the eighth sequel or the biggest franchise out there, that it's hard for games right now. It's hard,
very.
and in order to continue to grow, and I hate using that word because companies use that word to validate all types of things, but for the
Yeah,
gaming sphere to grow, you have to do more than what's been done consistently.
yeah,
And like I said before, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
yeah,
It's unsustainable the way things are going right now, and there has to be a change, and we have to try new different things. And this is
yeah,
Microsoft saying that, hey, we're trying something new, and if it fails, it fails. We still have the Xbox to fall back on, and we can still go back to tradition and everything like that.
yeah,
But we need more growth, and all this growth is going to do is just benefit the Xbox brand, and also hopefully gaming when it comes to creators and developers being able to have sustainable jobs and everything like that. So what the future is definitely bright and bleak at the same time for gaming.
yeah. Well, I also want to say that Xbox did drop a couple of tweets, stating of what was going on. If you did not catch it, they were talking about their biggest games like Hellblades, Senua Saga, Indiana Jones, and The Great Circle, Avowed, Aura History Untold, and Towerborn and more, which is coming all in 2024, unlike PlayStation, which isn't dropping any exclusives until 2025, by the way. Um, but
Final
yeah, they
Fantasy
had
is
a
coming. Final Fantasy is coming.
Eh. But they were definitely saying, today that they were so excited to, bring these games and to the Xbox platform, but they're also bringing 4 Xbox games to other platforms. So how do you feel about that?
I feel good, especially if the rumored games are what they are, and the rumored games are. Phil Spencer said that there are two service games, and the rumors are that the service games are Sea of Thieves and
Right.
Grounded,
Yeah.
and that makes sense. I mean, and when it comes to multiplayer games, I am of the fashion that I don't think any multiplayer game should be exclusive to any platforms.
Yeah.
That hurts the not only the potential player base, but it also hurts the developers and publishers when it comes to monetization. So you want to have that game out there on all platforms and to recoup as much investment as you can, and also use that
Yeah.
investment to make the game better. You're fighting against the Fortnites of the world, the
The
Roblox of the world, and everything like
Roblox.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have
Apex.
to. You Call of Duties, you have to
Yeah.
make sure that you pry some eyes away and some time away from everybody's usual go-to experience.
Yeah.
And the other two games they said was I believe the quote was something like not necessarily lower tier, but like they're smaller type of games.
Right.
And that's the 10 out of a 10 Pentiment from Obsidian Studios and Hi-Fi Rush
Right.
from
Yes.
Tango Games.
Yes.
So those make sense, especially Pentiment, as it was a 10 out of 10 when it came out. So
Yeah.
the more people that experience that game, the better. And like he
Hmm.
said, like all these things releasing on these platforms are just to benefit the future of these games on Xbox.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What was
I
your
mean,
thoughts
I
on everything
mean,
like that?
my take on it, to be honest, my take on it was, there's definitely okay with dropping older games. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Hi-Fi Rush, I guess it's been out for quite a while now. There's nothing wrong with, bringing, I guess, has it been a year yet? It's maybe
Mm,
7, 8 months. I don't
no,
know.
it's just about a year because it shadow dropped
Okay.
on the last developer direct
Right,
last year.
right. So, I mean, I feel like it's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
Even Sarah Bond was like, we gotta do something. We gotta bring it to all gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's definitely nothing wrong with that. So people, I mean, the Xbox community, I will say the Xbox community is very happy right now because Xbox is not going third party. I will say that.
Are they happy
They are. I mean, it's only 4 games. They've only said four
for
games, and
now?
they said, and
For
I
now,
mean, for now, for
right?
now.
Like I said, this is just a start. They need
Yeah,
to see how it goes. They need to,
yeah,
get the numbers correct, see what's going on, what's the pros and cons when it comes to the Xbox actual audience, when it comes to the new audience, the new potential audience, what comes from there, the actual sales, like especially when it comes to pricing. Are you going to price them at full $70 prices, even though those games been out for a while? Um, things like that. You gotta like they have to figure all that out, and I'm very intrigued to see what they do about that.
right. They also did announce that Diablo 4 will also be dropping on Xbox Game Pass on March 28th. Not only console, but also on PC, which I've been calling for a while now. That's why I
Hmm.
held out as long as I could. I did play that free gaming. We were talking about that, I believe, in November, December.
Yep.
The trial run. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna buy this game yet because I know it's coming to Xbox Game Pass, and
Yep.
now it's official. It's coming to Xbox Game Pass. Some other key highlights from the Xbox business update where they were talking about how a new hardware is coming to Xbox. So let's get into that. Do you think this is going to be a handheld device? Do you think this is going to be a new console? I believe they said this was the official quote. There's some exciting stuff coming out in the hardware that we're going to share this holiday. We're also invested in the next generation roadmap. What we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation.
Yeah. I mean, ever since the Xbox One X, they had the most powerful console. I mean, until we see what the PS4 5 Pro does this year, and maybe this is their stake in the claim to let everybody know that hey, like, um, whatever we do next, it's gonna be back to. There's an old quote or phrase from Xbox that there's no power greater than X, and
Yeah.
that's like a slogan for like the strength and brutal strength and raw power that the next gen or the Xbox in general usually brings. And that goes back to my whole thing when it comes to Microsoft. Like they're trying to say that yeah, the software is going to be on multiple places, and we're trying to
Yeah.
unindoctrinate you guys to the idea that you are stuck to this plastic box
Just
that
one. Yeah.
costs X amount of hundreds of dollars, and that
Yeah.
barrier to entry is just so high compared to all the other experience that you already are. You're playing free to play games on the
Yeah.
device that you already own. So why would you go out your way to spend $500 on something I'd rather just go to where you're at and try to squeeze something a little bit out of you over time, and that little bit is more than what I was getting from you from the jump. I was getting nothing, so I'm
Right.
just trying to open you up a little bit to the idea of what Xbox is. Xbox is no longer. If you notice that they don't talk about Xbox as the console, they talk about Xbox as like the platform. Like
Right.
Xbox is just Microsoft games in general. What games from Microsoft mean, that means Xbox. That's what they're trying to say.
I mean, I feel like that's nothing wrong with that. Again, we've already also been talking about how PlayStation is also wanting to do the same thing by dropping, their own things on PC alone. And we were just talking about how PlayStation is just starting out, and where eventually PlayStation is also going to get to the point where they're also going to be dropping titles among PC, among Xbox, among, Nintendo Switch. They're already dropping on Steam. Like, it's going to be multiple platforms that PlayStation is going to end up dropping on. It's no more console wars. It's no more. I think it's done.
Well,
We were just
no,
talking about that.
it's platform wars now. But also now, what this does for a platform holder, it's your job to tell the consumer or try to convince the consumer why you need to buy this device, like why this device is the best way to play our games. So, like, yeah, you can play your game at 720p on your tablet, but if you want to play your game at 4K, 8K, or whatever the K is at that time for next gen, you need the box, the
Yeah.
Big Daddy box, and that's for the people who want that experience. If you want the true gaming experience, that's what our ideal to be. And then you'll get certain features like for instance, PlayStation has the DualSense features and stuff. That's something that would entice people and differentiate you from somebody else's box. So again, it's on the platform holders to make sure that whatever they do entices people to come to their specific box, because I could play those games somewhere else. So convince me on why I should play those games on your box or in
Yeah.
your ecosystem, so to speak.
Yeah. Xbox ended with this last tweet saying, this all means that the biggest games in the world will be available on Xbox with continued Game Pass day one releases, a multi-year hardware roadmap, and a commitment to a player-first platform. We're here to help game creators reach the largest audience possible. The biggest games are larger than any one platform. So
100%.
exactly. So PlayStation needs to catch up then. It's not about exclusives anymore. And are these exclusives too much money and you're not getting a return out of them?
I
We were
mean,
talking about Spider-Man in the earlier podcasts that, even Spider-Man did not even recoup the money they spent on making the game.
no, I'm pretty sure they made, because the leaks said that they needed 7 point something million at full price to break even. Um, they said that they sold almost 10 million so far, I believe.
I
So
mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't fast selling. I will say
yeah,
that
no,
it
no. But
wasn't
the thing
fast
about that
selling,
is that
right?
the a lot of those copies were given with the PlayStation console, so those wasn't considered full price releases. So
Right.
at the very least, the game at least made something or broke even at the very least. And what if you look at what we're going to talk about with the Sony president, the new Sony president, how he's looking at the portfolio and everything. He's like, yeah, the old way of doing things was
Yeah.
you use
Well,
these
let's get
games.
into it. That's topic
Right,
two. That's topic two,
right.
y'all. So topic two is Sony leaning more into the PC universe. So yeah, let's talk about it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what he was saying is that Sony wants to improve PlayStation profits with more aggressive PC release strategy. And then you see that as this week they released Helldivers 2 on
Right.
both PlayStation 5 and PC, and it got all the way up to 200,000 concurrent players at the same time. And
Yeah.
that's one of Sony's fastest selling games on PC. So
Yes.
what he's
For a
saying, and this is
first.
Sony, yeah, and then this is Sony's first time releasing a game on both platforms. So what he's trying to say is that the old way of doing things were yes, we spend those money on like the Spider-Mans and the God of Wars to get you to buy those that box. And from
Yeah.
that box, we use that 30% that we get from every game sale and microtransaction and everything, and that's how we make our money. Nowadays, since games are ballooned to astronomical prices and I mean budgets, and they take astronomical years, 5+ years of development.
Yeah.
If you don't hit on that 5 years and spending that $300 million, that's an investment that you just really can't risk anymore. It's not like in the PS2 era where games were $50 million. AAA game was $50 million.
Yeah.
In 360 era, AAA game was 80 to $100 million. Now you're spending 300. Let's look at Spider-Man, $300 million plus, and then a majority of that goes back to Disney.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the sustainability of what's going on with games,
Because they
we have
own the
to grow.
name. They own the
Right.
name. So I mean, what can you do really?
Yeah, but also like he said, quote, in the past we wanted to prioritize consoles, and the first party title's main purpose was to make the console popular. The company has to, quote, proactively work on making more games multi-platform. Quote, he says, it's been 4 months since I became chairman of Sony Sony Interactive Entertainment. A big problem of SIE that I found is that they don't necessarily have deep understanding of how their work is being translated to growth, gen of sustainable profits, and higher margin for the unit as a whole. So what he's trying to say is that yeah, you sell astronomical amount of games, right? But the console market has basically plateaued. You're
Right.
not going to get any more than 100+ million people to buy that box. So if you're going to cut out hundreds of million on PC, you're going to cut out 100+ million on Nintendo Switch, you're going to cut out the 50 million on Xbox. Even if you combine all of those and use the lowest percentage possible, that's at least a couple of million more than what you had on your own.
But wait, I'm gonna let you finish, Buddha. I'm gonna let you finish. But listen, my man Phil Spencer says, I will say, when I look at a game like Helldivers 2, and it's a great game, kudos to the team on shipping PC and PlayStation, I'm not exactly sure who it helps in the industry by it not being on Xbox. If you try to twist yourself to say, like, somehow that benefited somebody somewhere, it doesn't make sense. There's a legacy in console gaming that we're going to benefit by shipping games and not putting them on other places. We do the same thing. Spencer also noted that the first Sony published game to launch on PlayStation console and PC at the same time is doing really well. I will say shipping more games in more places and making them more accessible to more people is a good part of the gaming business. So come on, is Helldivers 2 really doing that great that they didn't want to also put it on Xbox, that you only wanted to drop it exclusively on PlayStation and PC? You could have even done more numbers by dropping it also on Xbox. You could have done more numbers by also dropping it on Nintendo Switch. So come on, really? They're quoting this. They're quoting this saying, "Oh, we want to do great," but obviously you don't want to do great.
Yeah, but what the thing is that again, that was instilled before the new Sony president, the one who we just quoted. His new philosophies wasn't instilled when that game. Again, games take years to make. So that was one thing. And the second thing is that Sony was, they're still based on their foundational way and traditional way of doing things, which is that, hey, this is PlayStation. Remember, you gotta take baby steps. Microsoft been doing the same day one on Xbox and PC for almost 10 years now. This is Sony's first time doing that. So you got to give them a chance. Like, this was a big step for them to come out their comfort zone and actually show, and people don't realize this is basically a message from Sony saying, hey, the console isn't enough anymore,
Yeah.
without screaming it to the top of their lungs.
Well, because
And the
first of
fact that
all,
they
it
have
was
success.
leaked. It was leaked that the PlayStation 5 isn't doing that great. They didn't sell a lot of PlayStation 5s. That's already on a decline. It's already on a decline. PlayStation 5 is already on a decline. It's crazy to talk about. It's on a decline.
It's
And
on a
then
decline because everybody who needs a PlayStation 5 has one.
But
All right, so
what's the point?
what do
You're
you
not even
do? All
dropping
right,
it.
so
You're not
now
even PlayStation. Not even dropping exclusives for me to even want to buy this console.
they did earlier. They did their job. Like in the beginning years, they convinced you to buy the box. Now it's on them to convince you to continue using the box.
Mm,
That that's all it was. They did their job. They got you to
yeah.
buy the box. Now,
Mm.
if your box is just sitting there not recouping
Collecting
money,
dust. Mm.
right, it doesn't help them. They don't benefit from it, which is why they changed the subscriptions to what they are and made PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Extra, PlayStation Premium, and even more so, that's why they rose the price of all of those services by 30% because
Yeah.
they noticed that people aren't turning their PlayStations on enough, and they need to recoup some of that money that they're losing from people not, doing their subscription with multiplayer at the very least. You need to have
Yeah.
that subscription to have a multiplayer at the very least.
Yeah.
So it's about growing. It you like Phil Spencer said, if there was to come out on Xbox at the same time, all you're gonna do is make more money. Is that gonna make people leave PlayStation to buy Xbox? No, because I'm playing it on PlayStation. And at the very
Right.
least, I'll most likely have a capable PC if I don't.
Right.
So having it on Xbox is just nothing but a benefit to the developer and the publisher. You're just making more money, which is what Phil Spencer is trying to say. Like, who benefits from that situation? Nobody benefits because you just cut off X amount of million of potential purchases, because of tradition.
They,
And this is what the new
yeah.
Sony president
Yeah.
is trying to explain to
Right.
everybody, that
Right.
times are changing, and this is just the beginning domino of what games are going to be. And one more thing, if you notice, when it comes to the streaming wars went through the same thing. Netflix, Warner Brothers, Amazon, all them people. There was
Yeah.
like, this is exclusive. It's never leaving HBO Max, all this other stuff. And you look at Netflix now, they have all the DC cinematic universe. They have Sex in the City. They have all of those things. Same
Yeah.
thing with Netflix. Some of the Netflix stuff ended up on Max and other services because there's a benefit from cross promoting all the services. You're just gonna end up making more money. The people that don't have Max, for instance, they get to watch Sex in the City, binge that, and be like, "Oh man, I want more Sex in the City. Where can I get more Sex in the City?" It's on Max. You can watch
Yeah.
the new
Yeah.
series on Max and the movies on Max. So you need a subscription for that. It's all about growth, and
Yeah.
I plateaued, so I need help from these people, from their genre and their customers to help boost ours. That's all this is,
Well.
and it's just transitioning
Yeah.
to games.
Well, both just dropped this business update. I hope to see changes with both platforms. I hope that Nintendo actually starts kind of clicking with this. They're really based in their own little world. But I guess we'll see what happens. Like you said, everybody needs everybody.
Hey, just Microsoft been saying from the jump that
Yeah.
everybody wins when everybody plays, everybody wins.
Mm.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
that's what it comes down to. So we'll see. The future is
Yeah.
definitely changing in the video game world, and not just video
Yeah.
games. That's everywhere.
Yeah. Our next topic is IGN to host IGN Live, an in-person fan event in LA this June. Talk to us, Buddha.
Yeah.
What's
So
coming?
IGN is trying. They're not necessarily saying that this is E3, but they're trying to start the building blocks for them to be the center of gaming for that summer stint that we're all used to. And it makes sense because a lot of people there, who are in senior leadership, grew up with the tradition of E3. And there's nothing like going to E3 and meeting some developers and meeting other people who have the similar interests of you, and just ball out. It's like the Comic-Con of video games.
Yeah.
And you also get to play games earlier than in demos and stuff that before, from games never come out. Some games never even come out, but you
Yeah.
experience that game at E3. So those
Yeah.
experiences is what they're trying to do. So I think it's less about the game trailers and all the others, the press conferences and stuff for them, because
Yeah.
they call this an in-person fan event. So I think this is more so their way of trying to get people to play unreleased games and new games
Yeah.
all under the IGN banner. Because they said it is set to feature world-class talent, parties, networking opportunities, and unique attractions. It's a 3-day fan event in Los Angeles this summer, featuring gaming, entertainment creators, developers, publishers, and enthusiasts. And it will take place in early June. So you can register for it live for IGN on their website, IGN Live.
Okay.
And see what happens. Maybe you'll see us there. Maybe.
Hey, we trying to be all over. I'm just saying.
Maybe. I'm here for it. I'm down for it. I'm down for a trip to LA.
I mean, I'm just saying. Look out for us for PAX East 2025. Maybe we might even look out for PAX West 2025.
Man, I'm trying to go east, west, north, south.
Exactly. All over the country. All over the world. We're going global. I'm just saying.
Speaking of global, they got a global brand of football from FIFA. So what FIFA got
talk to us. So FIFA got cooking up. Apparently, 2K might be actually picking up FIFA, which is kind of crazy to me. I didn't believe this. EA had some things to say. So, nevertheless, after 30 years, they split due to several issues, including contract disputes. And I couldn't believe this. Like, contract disputes? They deleted all of their previous games with FIFA from their online stores as well. So, just to bring a little context into this, they started back in 1993. So it's been quite a while that, EA had this exclusive contract with football. So now that it's gone, they want to transition over to 2K. And I think this is a big jump. People also have a lot of problems with 2K, especially with basketball, and they feel like servers are slow and, it's not enough content and a lot of things going on in that, sense of the world. So will this be great? It's possible. It's possible. Will this be more like you need to pay to play? That's possible as well. So I guess we'll see what happens. What's your thoughts on it?
I'm intrigued to see what happens because from my understanding is that when EA split with FIFA, EA signed exclusive deals with all the other leagues and all the other player associations and stadiums. And EA has access to basically everything except for the World Cup and a few other tournaments that FIFA sponsors. So whatever game 2K is making, I'm not convinced that it's a full-blown simulation competitor to EA, what they call it, EA Sports FC.
EA Sports FC.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's more like they partner with Lego and it's more like a Lego FIFA kind of thing.
Imagine.
I don't know. I don't see them. But then again, like the potential, like you see EA is making billions of dollars every 3 months. Just off of microtransactions. So, and the king of microtransactions is 2K. So they probably see that money and they want to run with it. So, hats off to them. Let's see what happens, what they do.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do. And I can't also wait to see what y'all do for the podcast. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. If you're listening to Apple and Spotify, make sure you give us 5 stars because we definitely appreciate it. We want to push this content out to as many people as possible. We're on episode 9, y'all. Episode 9. We put out 9 podcasts, Buddha. 9 podcasts, and we're still pushing. We're in 2024 on EP9, man. I can't believe it. We've come a long way. If you haven't known, we got some giveaways also coming up. Let me grab this giveaway. We've got this giveaway right here.
What you got? What you got?
Whoo! Giveaway number 1.
Amiibo.
Yes, sir. Zelda and the Loft Wing Amiibo. We got that right there. That's gonna be one of our exclusive giveaways for the GET network. So yeah, make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Apple Music. That's
One of my
6,
fingers. I ain't one of my
Facebook,
fingers.
7. All right, what we? So yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we're gonna go on to our next topic of the day, which is entertainment. So Disney to focus on core Marvel franchises. Talk to us, Buddha.
Yeah, and then like it's not even just the Marvel franchises. Like they're literally saying that they're focusing on just sequels and big franchises for all their entities, whether it's Marvel, Pixar,
Yeah.
Lucasfilms, and Disney Animation. So, but Bob Iger is saying that Marvel Studios will be shifting the Marvel properties that headline the MCU going forward. He stated
Yeah.
that Marvel Studios is starting to focus on some of its stronger franchises going forward, but I'll leave it at that. And with that news, that same time, they also released a nice little promo arc with the cast of Fantastic Four. You
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal
Got
as
some
Reed
big
Richards.
wigs.
Yeah, so that's official now,
Yep.
and that was a nice, clever way to do it. And if you dig into the details of the pick, I
Yeah.
don't know if we got a pick for the visual watchers out here for the
Yes, we
Fantastic
do.
Four.
Yes, we do.
If you look at Ben, the thing, his basically what he's looking at says the 1960s. So that's basically what they're trying to tell us is that hey, this takes place in the 60s, and they probably won't come to the main MCU until Secret Wars,
Yeah.
and then from there on out, they'll be like the face of Marvel after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. They went back in time. Also, which just dropped, which we just found out was the Marvel animation X-Men from '97, which is dropping on Disney Plus. So they taking us back, Buddha. Marvel's
Nah,
taking us
yeah.
back in time.
Y'all need to see what real 90s Cyclops is about. This is the Cyclops I grew up on, all right? Not this Hugh Jackman, everything's all about Wolverine. No.
Yeah.
Cyclops, okay? Cyclops is the
Uh huh.
leader. He's the one that puts this team on their back. And if you
Uh
see at the
huh.
end of that trailer what he says, quote, my X-Men, all right? On me. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. 90s
Yeah.
Cyclops.
Yeah. Yeah. So I honestly can't wait for that to drop on Disney Plus. Coming soon, so make sure y'all watching out for that. Yeah, it's definitely about to be a big thing. Definitely.
Yeah, right.
So it's definitely
Disney's
the
still
time.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Disney announced
Yeah.
the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, and they
Deadpool
released that.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I was just watching that trailer with my girl. I think I'm definitely gonna go see that. She was telling me she hasn't seen Deadpool 1 and 2. I'm just like, yo, I might have to come let you watch this, but I might have to go see the movie by myself, or me and you gonna have to go, and then we gonna have to, drop that review real quick, cause
That definitely might happen. That definitely might have to happen because that's an automatic watch.
Yeah.
Especially if you
Yeah.
watch Loki. If you haven't watched Loki, it's I would say it's imperative because in that trailer everything is based on what's been going on in Loki. So
Yeah.
hint, watch that Loki on Disney Plus.
Oh, you heard it here first, y'all. Our next article of the day is Wicked is dropping a movie in on Thanksgiving Day, I believe, which is dope, starring your girl Ariana Grande. And yeah, this movie, I can't wait to see it. I went to go see it on Broadway. I love the play. I can't wait to see this. Fun fact, y'all. Fun fact. I was the cowardly lion in The Wiz, so this is just a must for me. I cannot wait to go see Wicked.
Full circle. Everything comes
Yeah,
full circle.
full circle. So, yeah, I definitely can't wait for this to drop. Again, like I was saying, your girl Ariana Grande is in it, and I think this is gonna be a big hit for everybody. I think Ariana Grande hasn't been out since that shooting that happened down in London. So this is just really pretty much her coming out debut.
Yeah, so to speak, yeah. And what's cool is that they already announced that part two was coming out a year later. So they're just, you're not waiting 2, 3 years for the conclusion to the story. That means that, they're taking it serious. For me, that
Yeah.
means that they're taking it serious, and they're doing their due diligence and
Yeah.
giving the story the proper
The
time
actual
that it
stories,
deserves.
exactly.
Right, right.
So yeah, just a quote. This is quoting here. An unlikely friendship emerges between Elphaba and Glinda, two clashing witches in the magical land of Oz. Elphaba is wrongfully cast as a wicked witch as she seeks to expose the fraudulent, corrupt wizard who rules the land.
It's definitely gonna be fire. Like if they
Yeah,
do it anyway, like the Broadway show, this
yeah.
is gonna be a hit on Universal's hands. So shout out to them.
Yeah, no, I definitely cannot wait to see this movie. Again, y'all dropping on Thanksgiving Day. Make sure y'all go check this out. It's actually a couple hitters. This dropped during the Super Bowl, so
Mm.
yeah, Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day.
Right, right.
Our last article for the entertainment topic is YouTube Shorts adds music video remixing as UMG goes silent on TikTok. Talk to us, Buddha.
Yeah, if you remember from a previous episode that
Mm-hmm.
TikTok and UMG had a little dispute, so they took
Yeah.
their music off of TikTok, and that UMG has like Drake and Taylor Swift and a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of the major artists out there. So there you can't have their music on TikTok. And what YouTube is announcing is that they're going even a step further. Not only do they
Yeah.
have access to that same UMG artist list that TikTok lost, but now you're being able to remix music videos from artists like Beyonce. So what they say is YouTube now lets creators add and remix music videos in their shorts. In the post announcing the feature, YouTube points out that creators can use music videos from artists like Beyonce. So now this is taking not just the audio part of
Yeah.
remixing, but now you can remix different parts of music videos. So you know how people were on TikTok where all the memes where you just remove the
Yeah.
background from certain characters while they're doing
Right.
certain things.
Yeah.
So now you could take people out of the music and do those things and do whatever you want to it. So that's definitely a win for YouTube since UMG is definitely in the battle with TikTok and YouTube
Yeah.
Shorts. Hey, everybody has a YouTube app, so that right there is just that's a plus for them, and they're definitely pushing it for the young crowd and trying to transition them over to what YouTube Shorts has been doing.
So yeah, they're allowed to remix with the content, and yeah, I think this is definitely going to be big for YouTube Shorts. We might have to check this out, Buddha. We might have to remix it up on our YouTube,
Oh yeah,
our
yeah.
YouTube
I
Shorts.
got some
So
artists in mind that we can
Juice World is
listen
coming, y'all.
to.
Juice World is my favorite artist, so Juice World is coming. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
sir.
That's my
I'm
boy.
here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just like how we come in, we need you to come and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps us out. Drop some comments, y'all. Drop some comments. Let us know how we doing, how you liking the show. If you're not
Word,
liking the
word.
show, tell us what we doing wrong. Tell us how we can
Facts.
make the show better. Just saying. If you drop it on,
And
go ahead,
also,
go ahead.
even if there there's something that we said that's incorrect, it's like, yo, you was wrong. And correct it.
You were
I love
wrong.
being corrected
Right.
because that
Facts.
means I get to learn. And I can't learn if, I'm not being taught the
Nobody
proper
tells us
things all the
something.
time. Exactly. I
That is a
appreciate
fact.
that. Let's get it.
So we're going to move on to our last topic of the day, which is technology. And Walmart is looking to buy Vizio to bolster its ad business. Ooh, Vizio? Yeah, that's how they come in, Buddha. Talk to us. Talk to us.
Yeah, so Walmart is in talks to acquire Vizio for about 2 billion. Vizio's worth about 1.9 billion, I guess you could
Yeah,
say. So
yeah,
they come up a little bit. And what's significant about it is that Walmart is already a significant player in the connected TV advertising business. And what that means is that TVs that sell very cheap and they have, free services on them, like the Roku
yeah.
channel or Samsung TV Plus and the fast channels, what they call them,
Yeah.
the like from Warner Brothers and Freevee and Pluto TV, all those other those free ad TV stuff. Roku has been the number one seller and the number one revenue from Walmart has been
Yeah.
from Roku devices. And if they were to buy Vizio, all Walmart's going to do is prop Vizio up from doing what they were doing with Roku. So all that advertising space and everything that Roku was getting, they're going to give that to Vizio because obviously, like since we own that, we're going to use that. So as a threat, Vizio is going to be a major add-on for Walmart,
Right.
and Roku's shares actually fell because the idea that Vizio and Walmart's combined can deter people from buying Roku devices, and they'll just buy the cheaper Vizio devices because Vizio is already a known brand, and all those services
Yeah.
will just be on
Vizio is an own brand.
Walmart.
Listen, I got a Vizio underneath the computer desk right now. I got a Vizio TV that I can hook up. I can hook up my HDMI. It's an older TV too, so Vizio has always been great with technology. I can hook up my HDMI. I can hook up the regular with the back in the day port. I can hook that up to the TV as well. Yeah, Vizio has always been top of the line for me. I cannot believe that Walmart is trying to make this happen right now.
Yeah, because also Walmart is a leading seller of low-end retail sales for connected TVs, including its own private brand, which is ONN TV, and their own TV is powered by Roku. So if you was to buy Vizio, they wouldn't be powered by Roku anymore. And what's difficult for Roku and what's going to be a challenge for them is that the first 9 months of 2023 for Roku, Walmart was estimated to have accounted for 40% of Roku's device revenue. So 40% of Roku devices came from Walmart. And if Walmart was to buy Vizio, you can guarantee that 40% would be drastically lower because they would
Now,
just undercut whatever Roku does. They would just undercut them.
right. So who's backed by Vizio? Rather it's Android, Google. Because Roku, I know Roku is pretty much their own system, and they back themselves, and they got the Roku TV channel. They update their content all the time, and it's free 99 for most of their content. So
Right. So I believe Vizio has their own little like their own casting kind of operating
okay,
system where like they just
okay,
do a bunch of casting. I know they have some Google TV devices out there too. I don't know if
yeah,
Walmart just want to switch with from Roku to Google TV.
yeah,
If I was Google, I would send Walmart a nice little pretty check to get my Google TV operating system into
yeah,
those Vizio devices. You could use your little Walmart branding, your Walmart skin, put it on there,
yeah,
and so that we could both eat from that free advertisement that's going to be sold in those stores, and both we could both take out Roku at the same time. So we'll
yeah,
see what goes on with that. That's
yeah.
the this
That's
if it
dope.
does go through. Black Friday is going to be very interesting at Walmart. Very interesting.
Very interesting. I see they threw up the little DC too. They got the Wonder Woman in the picture in the background on the TV. So they try and
Yeah,
make moves, huh?
they know what they're doing.
Our next article is going to be Bose's ultrasound open earbuds are the boldest, most unique earbuds yet at a price of only $299.
Only.
Ooh, only,
Yeah. The
only.
design is unique. It's definitely unique. They cling to your bottom of your ears like I would say like an earring almost.
Yeah,
The whole idea is that you're always going to be hearing the outside ambiance and the outside noise at full volume. But if you just want to have the music in your ears at any point, you can just turn it on and the music would just be there, or you could make that phone call however you want to be about it. And the idea is that they're so lightweight and they're just there like earrings, accessories, that they're more comfortable than having buds actually in your ears for that long period of time. So we'll see. I mean, what you're seeing right now, the visual watchers, is the Galaxy Bud Live. Those are my favorite earbuds because they don't necessarily go inside your ear. They just sit on your ear. And I
right,
can have those on for hours upon hours and it doesn't have no irritation because it's literally just sitting on my ear versus in my ear.
right,
And what
right.
Bose is trying to do is something similar, but like on the bottom of your ear where your earring goes. So if it wasn't for $299, I definitely would love to try it out. And Bose is always known for when it comes to music and
Exactly. They're
audio and
known.
everything
They're
like that.
known.
So,
Bose is like, the premium of music right now. Like, you
yeah,
want a Bose stereo system in your car. Trust and believe.
always, always. And now they're trying to say you want to have a Bose system on your ear at all times.
Right.
It says that they have all day comfort. It has auto volume, 7.5 hours of playtime. It's IPX4 water resistant, so that means that you can work out with it,
Right. Right.
things like that. And we have a small excerpt from Chris Welch from The Verge, where he says their design fundamentally means you will always hear external noise, and you'll hear it naturally at full volume, whether you're riding a bike, out for a run, working in an environment where regular earbuds aren't practical, or just find the whole in-ear concept to be uncomfortable. These allow you to go about your day, stay fully alert, and jam along to a soundtrack the whole time. So that was
That's
his
dope.
idea of what the buds do.
Yeah.
Um, just $299. That's a lot.
That is a
So
lot. $299
yeah,
is a lot. But,
we'll see Black
compared to
Friday.
these other
Let's
headphones
see what
that be out
happens.
here,
Yeah,
$399, $499. I mean, I'd take
right.
a $299. I can't hold you.
hmm Yeah, I need to I need to test them out, see what it sounds like first, and then
Right. Right.
maybe the price can be justified for sure.
Right. Right. Definitely. And that was our last article of the entertainment topic. Now we're going to get into our rapid fire, which is quick topics, quick articles, what's going on around the world. And we're going to talk about how the Kansas City Chiefs won in overtime against the 40 San Francisco 49ers, which means you can get some free Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, you heard it here. Free Buffalo Wild Wings because they went into overtime. So yeah, make sure y'all check it out. Get some free Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, y'all need that. Y'all need that. Exactly. Exactly. We're also going to be talking about how Xbox this is rumored, y'all. This is rumored that next Xbox is going to be discless and it's going to be designed by Microsoft's Surface team. How do you feel about that, Buddha? They're going to be dropping the original people who've been creating their Xbox devices.
I mean, teams come and go. So,
Yeah.
You want to consolidate. If you already got a hardware team,
Yeah.
and that hardware team already makes great hardware, and especially if you're trying to combine the idea of what Windows and Xbox is, and the whole idea is that you want to have Windows and Xbox be synonymous with each other. So, like, if I have, let's say, a handheld device, from that handheld device, I want to be able to play my Xbox games and my PC games at the same time. So in order to do that, the Windows team needs to work with the Xbox team, and if the Windows team has its own hardware team, it's kind of some redundancies going on there. So let's just see what the hardware team does with a new Xbox and a potential for a handheld or a potential for a series of devices inside its own ecosystem and everything like that. That's very intriguing. I'm gonna tell you right now, though, I put some money that they're going to make an NVIDIA system for the next Xbox. And that's why they're saying they're going to have the most powerful leap in generational history in terms of console gaming. So don't take my word for it, but I would put some money behind Microsoft working with NVIDIA to get everything up to snuff.
Okay, y'all heard it here first. Speaking of NVIDIA, there also is some rumors that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be included with some NVIDIA chips, and it will also be backwards compatible. So, there you have it.
Sure, it has no choice. From here on out, all games, nobody, like Phil Spencer said, who benefits?
Right.
Nobody benefits if I can't either buy old games on the new system and play my games enhanced on the new system.
Right.
Because all that's going to do is just make me want to invest more in your ecosystem, in your platform, and have trust in what you're doing. So, yeah.
And there y'all have it, man. That was Rapid Fire, and now we are officially at the end of the show. If y'all enjoyed the show, make sure y'all like, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, make sure you give us a 5-star rating. We definitely appreciate y'all. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
All the things.
All of the things. All of them. All the socials. All right? At the G.E.T. Network. TheGET Network. All right? And, again, EP10, we coming up on EP10, Buddha. Double digits. That's even number. We'll take it. Yes, so, until next time, join us every week for the latest and greatest in the world of games, entertainment, and technology. We appreciate y'all and thank you for listening. Until next time, stay blessed and peace.